Welcome. So far, whatever we discussed about Kubernetes architecture or the Kubernetes cluster, like the master node, worker node setup, we can recreate this whole cluster on our local computer, whether Windows or Linux, with the help of a software that is called Minikube. So it is going to run one master node and one worker node for us to try out different things. And we can use the CLI tools like kubectl to interact with our Minikube created Kubernetes cluster. But on if you want to install the Kubernetes cluster on your on-premise infrastructure, then you have to make sure there are different virtual machines running, and you can download the Kubernetes uh, and then install it on that on-premise infrastructure. But if you go for, let's say, a cloud solutions like Google Cloud or Azure, Microsoft Azure Cloud, or Amazon Web Services, then they provide you these services out of the box. So you get something called as AKS, Azure Kubernetes Service for Microsoft Cloud, which will give you this whole setup out of the box. You just have to press some buttons and you will have the worker nodes created and the master node control plane will be ready for you to use. Similarly, in uh, the Amazon Web Service environment, it is called EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service. And similarly, in Google, it's called GKS, which is Google Kubernetes Service. So all this does the same thing, that they create the infrastructure for you. They take care of all those hassle. You don't have to worry about creating infrastructure or the hardwares that's needed. You just have to pay for the number of worker nodes you use, the configuration of the worker nodes, and the master node configuration. You just have to pay as you go and pay as you use. So there, for starting purposes, you can install Minikube on your computer and get started and experimenting all the topics that we discussed and try out some deployments and see how it works. But if you want to go for a more production-based approach, then you should go for either some of the cloud environments like Google, Azure, or Amazon. Thank you.